Hey guys, Astrodog here, and welcome back to another awesome video. Today it is the grand opening of my lair, the lair of Astrodog. So I've started off with a pretty basic structure, and and do you see that arrow there? It's pointing towards the red floor, and that's representing the subscribe button. So click that subscribe button to make it that colour there, and that's what that arrow is pointing to. So if you just quickly imagine, or pull up on the internet, where you're going to imagine booby traps, aren't you? So that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to do a real simple one here. I'm going to do a pitfall trap. So if you're standing on the gravel, you will fall into a 4-block deep hole, and you'll be stuck there for a while. So to make this trap, I'm going to use, let me just pull up my inventory. I'm going to use sticky pistons, redstone dust, a stone pressure plate, and last but definitely not least, gravel and a bit of stone in for the mix. So I'm just using the stone so I can actually survive this pitfall trap. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly grab some scaffolding that some of you guys think is useless. So I'm just going to quickly switch the piston I've got wrong. So I'm going to set this up rather simply. So firstly, I'm going to set that up there. So when it falls, it will do that, and the gravel will fall. So while I'm playing up for this, I suggest liking and subscribing, which I've already said. Also, check out Whiteburst Gaming's channel for creating me this awesome skin. And basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to break a little scaffolding. I should have done this first, but I can walk through it, don't worry. I'm gonna get my piston, place it there, get a little redstone line going towards it. So there we go, more redstone line, and this will be leading up to the surface of on where it's gonna basically go. So let me just get through it. So I realised I've dug a bit too far, so I'm gonna dig it manually here. There we go. Big dig. And there we go. My redstone line is there. Creeper, get out. I'll cover that up in a minute. So this will fall on. So yeah. So this will basically just be a rather simple trap. So I'm gonna pull out my stone. Creeper, just get away. Right, so pull out my pressure point. And I'm just going to do one test. Right, that activates, good. So, quickly just get Creeper out of this. Hey! There, dead, finally. Let's just cover that up. So, that is going good so far. Now we need to pull. Oh, why have I dropped it? Right. So now we need to pull out that, and now I just need to put that back. That piece of scaffolding I sadly removed. Rip scaffolding. So let me place you. Thank you. Right. Right, so this. Damn it! You spider! You son of a witch! But at least we know it works now. I might have to block it off from mobs a little. So let me just cover that up. Cover. So I'll just build over you, spider, because you're absolute son of a witch. But yes, I'll move on from that tragedy of a trap. So, but that's actually very upsetting that that stupid spider has destroyed my beautiful trap. Scaffolding, you're being difficult. Get out the freaking hole. Thank you. He listened. Right. So with this now backhand on, we will lay down the gravel. Whatever. There's still work, probably. So what you'll want to be on at the time is you'll want to be on that stone block. This might look like a little fancy tea pie trick, but when somebody steps on it, bam bam bam, like that, you're stuck. So that's one of the good uses of the trap. You can trap enemies like mobs, but it's not that difficult for players to get out those type of traps. So I'll move on from that, and now for those fancy folk out there, I'm going to quickly just give a little decorate around these parts, because this hopefully will go better. And I don't fancy lighting my build on fire, because I'm going to put down some fire pits. So I'm just going to use the effect of magma. So I'm gonna get some ideas. And for all those new Minecrafters out there, no, it will not burn. And yeah, so it will not burn, I hope. Just joking with you guys. So it will not burn, and it should look quite pretty. Then when we've finished with that, we should get back onto one of our traps. So let me just get that, my magma block, and spread it out a little. Actually, no, keep it as one block. Now we get, oh, wrong one. Now we get our fences out, and we start putting this together. And I'm just going to destroy that one part and that one part. So we've now got one of these pretty things. These are normally used in medieval builds, but they're still very effective for lairs, turns out. So just putting it around there. So you can make these however you want. So yeah, you can make these however you pretty much want. You can make it as pretty as you want, as hardcore as you want. And for those blokes who think, Astrodog, why aren't you going in hardcore? I don't want to. And no, I'm not chicken, as some of you might say. I am just being a little protective. And see, our trap has worked. So I'm only gonna have 2 of these. So bam. So this is basically just a straightforward process. I'm gonna leave that for a little bit later. I'll quickly just finish this fire pit. But yeah. So basically, after this, I'm going to prepare another Despicable Me trap. No, Gru, this is not an advert for the minions. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly do this. Should take basically -4 seconds. And no, people in the comments, it won't. I'm just exaggerating. Heard of it. But yes, this has worked out quite nicely. So now back to the traps. So our pitfall has officially worked. They are falling into the pit. So now I think we should get one with dispensers. So I'm gonna make a chair or something, and if you flick something or doodad, it will fire dispensers. I'm not exactly sure, but what I want to build is something up here. So we can't exactly do a redstone line, so I might use stalk sensors, if you know what they are. So I'm going to grab a dispenser. So they will dispense a arrow or a potion or a trident in my case, and they will be quite effective to damage players. So I can just get to Sulk Sensor, grab one of those, and I'm going to fly out of there. So now I'm only going to put one train in. I will test this. So I'm gonna duck down. I said. Drop. Right, so place that there. And I'm just gonna let me through the doorway. Thank you. Right, so I'm gonna fly up there. So I'm going to grab a skulk sensor, which then does, sorry, I get confused with the two. I'm going to grab a bit of redstone dust, about to say skulk sensor, I know. A bit of redstone dust. And I might put that there, just to make it a little easier. Oh, whoops, I'll fix that right up. So basically all I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna basically put this in there. Stop flying. Oh, that works. Fine. Alright, that works. So if you're standing in the middle of the room, you will be shot down dead by a trident. So in the near future, I'm going to make some other traps and passages that will be in the near future, and this series is called Creative Magic, where we get to mess around with redstone and rubbish like that. But I have to go because Astrodog has blasted off.